All right, so we're back at it with another Deck Doctor here today. Today is going to be on Tomura Shigaraki 3, one of the new characters from the new set. This is from 5 Grain in my Discord from over on Patreon, and he says, if I'm not on, the idea is to make them check a ton during the turn to get more cards in hand and keep playing while they waste their resources making checks. Okay, all right, easy enough plan. So, obviously, let's go over the deck that he's playing. We've got Vile Seizing. They make a check, I draw a card. Shigaraki says they make a check, I draw a card. Palm Shatter says they make a check. If they fail, they discard their hand and then redraw. That is interesting. This card is interesting. Quick Draw is hilarious. Quick Draw guarantees that Shigaraki works, which is very funny. And then you might get a bonus draw off of Quick Draw if it hits. Piercing Needle is cool. Brutal Explosion is interesting. Instant Explosive Release, Turn to Dust, Touch Decay, Turn to Dust. Yeah, I like this initial build, this initial thought, right? But here is the big thing. He doesn't say whenever they fail a check I draw. He just says once per turn they draw a card. I don't think, and I haven't had a chance to do a Shigaraki intro video yet because they haven't released all of his cards. I don't think that I'm a big fan of double Palm Shatter unless you are going for like a deck out strategy. I don't think that this is like a very viable card. They discard their hand and then redraw. I don't really care about that. Sure, the throw keyword is cool, but I'm sure there's just like better things we could be doing with our time. On a 4-diff 3 mid for 4 throw. It's a 3 mid block. Like, it's not that great. I like Quick Draw. I think that card's cool. Piercing Needle is cool, but, like, it doesn't kill them. I am not seeing in this list a I'm going to kill you card. I'm seeing a lot of spinning my wheels and doing nothing. There's no powerful. There's no echo. There's no like big huge moves. And even as I glance over here, there's no big huge move to like do the thing. Like the best we have is this has powerful 1. This is a 5 damage move. This can be a 6 damage move, right? Or it's stun 2. I think that there's like there needs to be more oomph in the deck. And so I've pulled some cards off to the side, and so now let's chat about them. First off, insane that we're not playing Decaying Palm Slam. This card is nuts inside of Shigaraki. 4 low for 7 that I can make them fail their check with. That says that it essentially says discard momentum, get stun 3. They just don't get to commit three foundations to pass checks. They just don't get to. So it's like reverse stun. And then your rival makes a check against a difficulty of 6. If they fail, remove this attack after it resolves. This is an insane card. This is way better than whatever this card's got going on. This card is nuts. Since we're playing so many Fury cards, there's no reason not to be playing Stun Grenade. You said you wanted to draw cards. This is selectively drawing cards. I like the idea of Aggressive Clash, and let me explain why. I think Aggressive Clash is cool. It says if it's blocked, both players shuffle all attacks from the discard pile into their decks. What an easy way for them to fail a bunch of checks, and for you then to draw your cards. I think this might be the first time we'll get to see Aggressive Clash be played is inside of Death Shigaraki 3. If this move is blocked, they put all their cards in their deck, and you grab all of yours. I think it's just good. Berserker Blow is just Foundation Destruction. If they don't block it, you destroy one of their ready foundations, and so it's harder for them to make their checks. It's interesting. It's interesting. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take out this Palm Shatter. I think it's just not that great, and we're gonna put in this move that says the word powerful on it so that I can actually kill people. Vile Seizing has to be a 4 of. This card is absolutely insane in your character. It says either stun 2 or you get to draw the card, which is the thing that you wanted to do, right? This card says draw a card. This card says draw a card. You're just going to be a 9-hander for the turn. Okay, I'm in. I like Instant Explosive Release. I think Instant Explosive Release pairing really well with Decaying Palm Slam is very cool. Brutal Explosion. I am nervous about Brutal Explosion and Piercing Needle working in tandem. I don't think that you need Piercing Needle. I think the only non-Fury card that we should be worried about is just Quick Draw, but that's only because of how it works with Shigaraki, right? Yeah, it's like a cheaper version of Vile Seizing, and I think even with the way that this card works, I bet version 2 of this deck you're gonna take it out. But I'm gonna cut Piercing Needle for the time being, and I actually just like want to play. Hold on, how many attacks we got? 21 attacks now. I mean, we could just cut it all together, right? Cut it all together. Let's look at our block zones. Blocks look like highs, mids. We have actually no low blocks. We have no low blocks. I guess we get to go back and look for low blocks. Let's do this and bring you over here and go death, low block, go, attack, go. Oh, we don't have the low block because Shigaraki just hasn't seen one yet. Makes sense to me. Waylay is cool. Impact Cyclone is just like I don't know why we're not playing it. That would just make sense to me. Let's take a look back here, right? Yeah, we probably could just like get rid of like Brutal Explosion. Honestly, I just want to cut Quick Draw. I think we just cut Quick Draw altogether, man. Or maybe play Merciless Rush, but it's always a 5 diff, right? Yeah. I'm not positive. My big thing here is I'm afraid of the lack of low blocks. I think we might just have to cut Brutal Explosion and find ourselves a low block. Let's go find ourselves a low block. Howitzer would work. Sludge is interesting, but I don't think it's good enough. Hulking Grimace is hilarious, but also not good. Binding Kick, Point Blank is funny. It could just be Signature Ride Swing if you're trying to swing big, you know? Impact Cyclone at a 3 of? Yeah. Alright, if we do that, actually, let's just make Howitzer Impact Cyclone a 4 of, right? Just to cover our zone bases, right? And then I think that you're gonna want to take Quick Draw out, and also like being able to slap the momentum with Impact Cyclone to then instantly decaying Palm Grip or Palm Slam is gonna be good. Yeah, I'm into it. On to Foundations. So I think the number one card that you're missing out of this is just Snack Time. I think Snack Time gets to be like the easiest 3 of all time in this deck, and it's part of the reason that I want to play the Death Symbol for him, is we're going to be drawing a bunch of these cards, right? We're going to be drawing a bunch of Foundations. So what are we going to do with them? All these Foundations that suck and are bad, I'm just going to instantly discard them for +1 speed stun 1. Because of that stun 1, it's going to be harder for them to make checks. That means I get to draw more cards. This card just feeds itself. Easily get to play 4 of this if you want it to. The other big thing as we look at our stats is I think that your low block count is incredibly low. You're here in chat, right? I'll go find you. Kashi, how big is this deck allowed to be? I'll wait for your response. $60 to $70? Fair enough. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do some schmoovin' with the cards in your main board. House of Cards, I think is just going to be a 2 of. It's a 1/5 unique. I think it's a 1 of in everybody else. I think it's a 2 of in him just because of the unique keyword. If you feel like you're missing it and you want to see more of it, then find room, right? League Invitation is a cool 2 of. I love that. Master's Apprentice. I'm actually gonna push this up to a 3 of because I am super down for +2 speed on every move that I want to. I fail a check and I'll give some stuff. It's very good. Nothing to see here. Gets to be a 1 of. Conflict of Ideologies, I think, is actually not a very good card inside of this deck. I get that the idea of if my attack deals damage, freeze it, but I don't think the commit cost is actually worth it in this character. I think you want to play a bunch of moves, and so committing cards in order to make that happen just is not worth. So we're going to cut it. Forcing surrender is interesting. Discarding non-attack cards from either player's card pool. We don't have an echo move, right? If we had an echo move, I'm so in, because this card clears echo cards because it's a face down card. The game doesn't remember. But because we don't have any echo moves, I don't think we necessarily need it. League interview gets to be a 1 of. Boop. Start with the final 4 of. Mediator 4 of. Interesting mediators a 4 of with no action cards. I think this is probably something better we can make happen with this card. Let's Fight Bad Guys is a 4 of. Keen Observation. I hate it. There's actually no reason for us to play this card. This card's gone. Villainous Entrance is cool. I'm going to cut it down to a 2 of. And then First Day is totally fine at a 2 of. Where are we at now? So Snack Time is up here. 54? 54 with 22 attacks. All right, let's just slam a couple more moves in here. Struggling Studies is just like an all-around good card. Excited for Blood says draw some more. Spooky is a draw card. Encouragement, latent skill. Someone with style gets to be a 3 of. Where are we at now? 63. We're still a little low block shy, so let's take and go back and look at our low blocks. Block zones. Low blocks. Villainous. Yeah, you know what? Let's just make you a 4 of. Let's make you a 3 of. And then I think we have a start to this deck. 17, 24, 24, 65 cards actually in the middle between your spot. Gonna be a little attack heavy because of being just slightly under the threshold. But, yeah. I like Spooky in combination with Mastermind's Apprentice combined with Nothing to See Here. I think that's like a really cool interaction. I think like surviving the final, right? Just like make a couple moves happen and then rock that. If you don't like Spooky, easily can just like replace it with like a latent skill or something. The reason someone with style is here is because we've got things like Howitzer Impact Cycle and a Decaying Palm Slam, and these are like 6s and 7s that I want to be playing. So, like, just, like, grabbing those is very cool. Yeah. All in all, though, I think that this is a pretty solid deck. I think one of the weakest links, truthfully, is just this quick draw. Just to add a card from Rebels, discard part of the top of their deck. Incredibly cool with this character, but it just says that it has stun too, right? They just commit the 2 foundations so you don't get to draw the card. Which, if that's what you're going for, is rad. You know? Man, this once per turn response is so cool. Because once during my turn and then once during their... I'm playing the heck out of Shigaraki, man. This character is exactly up my alley. There it is. There is Shigaraki 3, and I think this is a fine list to just to start with. First hand. There's no way this is my first hand. Actually, no way. Yeah, on a 1, on a 2, on a 3, on a 4, on a 5, on a 6. Save this one. We don't care about it. Redraw. Also a great hand. On a 2, on a 3, on a 3, on a 4. And then we've got busted cards. Redraw. Yeah, this is great. We'll play this, stack the 3 on top, and then play this. Murder them because we give this. Makes us a 5 diff. Whoo. Yeah. Looks good. Looks good. All right. I think that's gonna do it for this deck. Yeah, let me know how it goes as you play some games. I'm excited for it. With that said, thank you much for watching, and I wish you well.